Guys, Brian and PS4 Trophies, and welcome back to the Witness walkthrough. This is part 9, and we're going to activate the town laser. Now you'll see there's 4 main wires going into the center structure, so we're going to go to each of the 4 sections and light this baby up and get our trophy. Now this is a culmination of all the different puzzles we've learned in previous parts. So there's a lot of different things here. I'm not going to go in depth on the actual how the puzzles are solved and how they're constructed, but we're going to come to this section here, and we have what I call the Pac-Man Tetris puzzle here. So the Tetris puzzles I went into and explained the rules and everything in the Quarry, or I'm sorry, the Marsh walkthrough, and that was part 6. So go ahead and watch part 6, the Marsh, and you will have a full understanding on how the Tetris puzzle works and the rules for it. And of course, the Pac-Man is just hitting all the black dots. So relatively simple as far as the Tetris puzzles go. There was definitely some very complicated ones in the Marsh area. But we're just going to fill up this here. And this is section 1 of 4. This is probably the easiest of the 4. So there we go. And then one more here. Just 2 3-line pieces. Now just a quick overview with the Tetris puzzles. In a section, the pieces must fit somewhere in there somehow. You can rotate them any which way, position them any way, but they have to be part of the actual section that you block off. Now finally we're going to come up here and we have the eliminator piece. That's in the upper right hand corner. In the eliminator piece we kind of talked more in depth during the Quarry walkthrough, and that was part 7. We saw quite a few of those there, and that basically eliminates one of the pieces within in the actual maze. But again, you can go visit the part 7, the Quarry, and get a further explanation. Now, one of the lines going to the center tower there, the white one, is complete. So now we're going to come over here. Now, technically, you can go straight up to the final puzzle here and just solve it and move on. But here's how you're supposed to do it. You need to open this door, and we have the Tetris puzzles and the star pieces. The star pieces we know have to be in groups of 2. So you can have 2 different colors as long as there's 2 of each within each section. Now we're going to open this door and take notice of the yellow glass on that door. What you need to do is stand in front of that door and look through that door to the next puzzle. Because if you look at this one, the colors won't match up. You're not going to be able to do this in the groups of 2. But if you look through that yellow glass at this puzzle, it changes the perspective of the coloring. So that is how you solve this. Open this, and then we just have the final puzzle to send the power to the center tower. Again, you can actually just walk into this room from another entrance on the other side of this building, walk in and solve this puzzle, which you can just use this as your solution if you like. Of course, figure it out on your own. If you could do that, then it's much, much more gratifying. I mean, this is an amazing, awesome game. So I'm assuming you're only coming here just to get maybe help for one part of a puzzle. Or maybe you're just using it for the whole thing and you want to get a quick platinum trophy. Either way, I don't mind. Alright, so next up, that was section 2. This is actually going to be our next one, the 3rd section. And we're just going to solve this puzzle here, and this is going to lower the stairs that you can see just beyond the door here. And this is going to lead us to the to another Tetris puzzle. Again, the tutorials for the Tetris is in the swamp marsh area. So we have 3 3-piece puzzles there. If you pause it right here, you'll see that each of those 3 will fit within the outline there. So that'll extend the bridge. Now we're going to head over to one of those double line things that we did a lot of in the Symmetry area. And then you also have to segregate in the non-racist form here, the whites and blacks. So you can see all whites are separated from all blacks. Of course, you control both lines. The second line will mirror the other one. And this is the final set of puzzles for the this entire section here. And then the final section, the fourth one, is much more complicated. So here you also have to take note, you have to pick up the little black dot there on the map. There you go, we've opened the door. Now we're going to go to our fourth and final section. So we're going to start off down here. And you can see out in the distance the starting point where we started the game. And we have this puzzle here. Again, these types of puzzles we saw in the Symmetry area. You're going to start using the environment to help you figure out the solutions. Alright, so next up we're going to use some shadows in order to reveal the path for this next puzzle. You can see that little wire in that the metal structure there. That'll help you come up with the solution. Of course, you can just follow this, trace my outline here, and you'll get it. Alright, this next one, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how I solved it. I actually used brute force on it. Thankfully, it was only my third or fourth try. So starting at the center, go down to the third from the bottom. And then that's going to bring us into this room. And you see this panel here. This panel with the pink wire going into it has 3 outputs. So what we need to do is solve this in 3 different ways. So you see the wire, the 3 wires coming out. So here, I mean, there's one kind of solution. I don't want to kind of completely spoil it in case you want to do it on your own. Of course, I'm going to just draw the outline. And then, of course, you got the sun reflection, which we dealt with extensively in part 2, and that was the desert rune. You guys probably remember that one with the red panels. You had to draw the outlines based on the sun reflections. So here is solution number 1 of 3. And you'll see as we solve it, it'll light up one of the wires going out. You can see it coming out from the top left corner. Now that was the center dot. Now we're in the starting position on the top right. That one ends at the bottom left. Now there's a starting point down at the bottom left as well. So we're going to start from here. And there you go. Now we're going to go up to the roof. Now as a quick note, when you activate the desert laser, the desert rune, you have to actually follow the beam. I believe it's just behind me here. Just ahead, you see how the beam from the desert rune is hitting at the top left corner there. You have to actually go up there and turn that panel to make the reflection go towards the mountain. So make sure you do that. If you see one beam that's just kind of going off into the distance, that's why. So there we go. That opened up our final access point inside of the tower. Now we're going to climb the tower and take a moment and just kind of admire the view, because once you kind of get up to the top, it's definitely beautiful. And this is going to activate our 9th laser. So I want to thank you guys for watching. We are going to get the town gold trophy as well as activate the laser. And we're getting pretty close to getting towards the end of the game. Once we get to the end of the game, we'll work on the challenge trophy. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.